Welcome, friends. Today, our topic is cybercrime, a threat to the society at large. What is cybercrime? A cybercrime refers to the illegal action using computer or internet. Some of the examples of cybercrime includes stealing and selling corporate ideas, demanding payment to prevent an attack, installing viruses on targeted computers, hacking into government or corporate computers. There are some different kinds and categories of cybercrime. The major cyber crimes are attacks on the individual identity theft, cyber stalking or credit card frauds. Attacks on the properties are DDoS, that is distributed denial of services attack. It is a cyber attack that floods on a server or network with the traffic to make it inaccessible. Installing viruses on computers or copyrights infringement that attacks on the government, hacking, cyber terrorism, and spreading different propagandas. What are its effects? The attack caused by the cyber criminals can leave an insignificant financial and social impact on the government, businesses, and individual. Other effects of cyber crimes on the businesses can include damage to the brand's reputation, legal consequences of data breach, and loss of sensitive data. How does the cyber crime work? What are the causes of cyber crime? Cyber crimes are becoming more prevalent due to the easily accessible computers, cloud data storage, human negligence and vulnerability, networks and application system vulnerabilities, and the increasing numbers of bad actors who want to exploit the vulnerabilities. How do the criminal gain unauthorized access? Cyber criminals employ a variety of involving method to access an individual's or business's protected data. Installing malware on the victim's computer can also attacker to manipulate, delete, or steal data. Criminal also uses phishing attacks to trick the target into revealing login credentials. Now, what are the recent trends in the cybercrime? Cyber criminals are getting more aggressive with their tactics. Cisco Talos reports that the hacker are engaging in the extortion by holding data, ransom threatening to release it in the dark web, often after the first ransom is paid to decrypt network system. Other types of cybercrime. There are some different types of cybercrime. First one is cyberbullying. It is also known as an online or internet bullying. It includes sending or sharing harmful, humiliating content about someone who which causes embarrassment and can be reason for the occurrence of the psychological problem. It becomes very common lately, especially amongst teenagers. Next is cyber stalking. Cyber stalking can be defined as unwanted persistent content from someone targeting other individuals online with the aim of controlling and intimidating, like unwanted continued calls and messages. Software piracy. Software piracy is illegal use of copy of paid software with the violation of copyright or license restrictions. An example of the software piracy is when you download a fresh non-activated copy of Windows and use what is known as a crack to obtain a valid license for the Windows activation. This is considered as software piracy. Not only software can be pirated but also music, movies or pictures. Social media fraud. The use of social media fake account to perform any kind of harmful activities like impersonating others users or sending intimidating or threatening message. And one of the easiest and the most common social media fraud is email spam. The online drug trafficking. With the big rise of cryptocurrency technology, it becomes easy to transfer money in a secured private way and complete drug deals without drawing an attention of the law enforcement. This leads to the rise of drug marketing on the internet. Illegal drugs such as cocaine, heroin, or marijuana are commonly sold and traded online, especially on what is known as dark web. Electronic money laundering, also known as transaction laundering, it is based on unknown companies or online businesses that makes approvable payment method and credit card transaction, but with the incomplete or inconsistent payment information for buying unknown product. It is by far one of the most common and easy money laundering method. Next is cyber cyber extortion is the demand of money of the cyber criminals to give back some important data they have stolen or stop doing malicious activities such as denial of service attack. Intellectual property infringement. It is the violation or the breach of any protected intellectual property rights such as copyright and industrial design. Online recruitment fraud. One of the less common cyber crimes that are also growing to become more popular is the fake job opportunities released by the fake companies for the purpose of obtaining a financial benefit from the applicant or even making use of their personal data. How does now to stop the cybercrime? There must be some cyber security. And how does it work? An individual can protect themselves into the cybercrime by using a multi-factor authentication, that is MFA, and a strong password, keeping software up to date, and staying vigilant against phishing. Businesses can safeguard sensitive data from involving cybercrimes with network security solution utilizing cloud delivered security with SSE and endpoint protection for all the devices. Now, how does the cyber security prevent cybercrime? The cyber security plays a crucial role in preventing and mitigating cyber crimes. Solution like ZTNA ensures the least privilege access and security services, help identify vulnerabilities and risk protect system with security control, detect potential threat and respond to the incidents and facilitate recovery. How do cybersecurity experts combat cybercrime? Cybersecurity professionals combat cybercrime by analyzing attacker behavior in a common knowledge base. Cyber risk manager used to understand attackers technique and effective mitigation that prevents the cybercrime and minimize its impact. Now we'll discuss a case of a Cosmos Bank, that is Cosmos Bank case, the Cosmos Cooperative Bank. This is the India's largest bank heist in the history. On 11th August 2018, a Cosmos Bank Pune branch, all were working as a normal routine, but at the evening 6 p.m. there started a chaos that there was a problem in the server and all systems stopped working. But in the real bank server, but in real the bank server was being hacked. This was the India's biggest cyber attack. This was an attack that shook the agencies of 32 countries. Here we are discussing the cooperative Cosmos Cooperative Bank heist. A total of 94 crore was siphoned off in this case. There were many other cyber attacks before, but this was the biggest of all the attacks. The attack The attacker left no evidence about the attack, and all the police force was in the confusion that who attacked the server of the bank. The police had no clue. The police just had a CCTV footage of various ATMs and nothing other than that. Pune police started investigation from all the angles, but the case was becoming more and more difficult and critical to solve. They tried all the methods to reach the criminal but were failed to do so, and all the criminals are not found and living freely in the society. A quick background: what happened on that day. On the 11th of August 2018, it was a Saturday, around 5 p.m. The, the officer of the Cosmos Bank called had a call from a financial services company that their algorithm recorded an unusual activity on the debit card link. On that evening, a customer came into the bank with an unusual difficulty that he saw a huge amount in the bank account than he actually had. Being Saturday, there was not much rush in the bank, and the attacker knew that the response time of reacting will be slow. The bank then checked the customer database, but no evidence was found, and all the money from the bank was vanished. On the money on the Monday, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, that is SWIFT, informed bank about three big transactions. This is a messaging system in which is used to send the money to another country. This system enabled the international business transaction, and SWIFT informed that the attacker transferred rupees 13 crore 92 lakhs from the bank, and it was transferred to the account in Hong Kong named Hang Sheng. This account belonged to the local firm. It was believed that the firm would be a shell company, that is a fraud company. A confirmation request for the transaction log was received from a Visa and RuPay card debit card partner, which upon the confirmation received approximately 80 crores had been withdrawn. Then the bank official lodged an FIR at Chaturshungi police station in Pune around 2 a.m. on 14th of August and then started the investigation in this case. On 14th, the police department arranged a meeting with the renowned cyber expert, payment organization, and top officers of the Cosmos Bank. An investigation team of 7 members were formed after the meeting. In addition, the small police team were formed to investigate from the different angles. One team was in search of those thugs who withdraw the amount, and another team was in the investigation of the technical aspect, how did they withdraw it. In the investigation, it was found that the 5,000 clone cards were issued. The cash was withdrawn in 32 different countries, and the planning was started 6 months prior to this attack. The attacker made many teams and executed this heist in different stages. The attacker had planned to withdraw this amount in two different stages. During an investigation, the police found that 6 months before the attack, they installed a malware in the server of the Cosmos Bank to make sure that the attack will be successful. The malware was so designed that rupees 1 lakh will be withdrawn from each account. The planning of the heist was in such a manner the police found no evidence of the cyber attack. The Indian police had to take help of the police of different countries to catch those criminals. As per the investigation, 3,000 transactions were made in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan. As per the investigation, the details of different Visa and RuPay debit cards were stolen from different users. As per the police report, the hacker purchased the detail from the cards from the dark web and the card were used 12,000 times and 78 crores were withdrawn. And by the use of rupee debit card were transferred dark web. The Visa card were used 12,000 times and 78 crores were withdrawn, and by the use of rupee debit card were used 2,849 times and 2 crores 50 lakh, and Swift cards were used 3 times and 13 crores and 92 lakhs were transferred, and the attacker used different card and withdrawn 94.42 crores. For the withdrawal outside India, Visa debit cards were used, and for Indian withdrawal, RuPay and Visa debit cards were used. One of the police teams were checking the withdrawal transaction which was suspected. For example, the card holder of Mumbai used the card in Bhopal were considered as suspected transaction. Most of the fraud transactions were done in Ajmer, Jaipur, Indore, Kolhapur, and Mumbai. To investigate the different people in the area, the investigator used mobile tower data of different areas. Around 500 towers were used to investigate mobile data. 9 lakh calls and text data were examined. Police also checked the different CCTV footage from the different ATMs. From the above investigation, police made a list of 22 peoples, from which Pune police arrested 18 peoples and filed a charge sheet, but there were no direct involvement in the attack. They only withdraw the cash from Mumbai, Indore, and Ajmer. From the investigation, police found out the cards were distributed by some Sumer Yusuf Sheikh. Remember this name. This is after the cross-checking in the different database, police found 3,000 people of same names were discovered. Means 3,000 cards were of the same name. The police kept an eye on Sumer Yusuf Sheikh, which was involved in Chennai City Union Bank fraud. The Pune police also wrote to the UAE, United Arab Emirates, to hand over the custody of the Sumer Yusuf Sheikh under the extradition deal, who was living in UAE at that time. The Indian police had a faith on the extradition of the Sumer Yusuf Sheikh will be granted because the Interpol had issued a red corner notice against him. Police had a belief that Sumer Yusuf Sheikh was the mastermind of the ATM withdrawal, but it was not clear that he was involved with the hacker. As per the police, like the people like Sumer Yusuf Sheikhs are well organized criminal. During the investigation, Pune police they found the criminal from Britain, Switzerland, Egypt, Hong Kong, Russia, and USA. The senior police inspector of the cyber explained this crime in connected with along with 31 countries along with India, and he sent the proposal to the foreign ministry about the help through letter regulatory and mutual legal assistance treaty. As per the police, the information collected from USA will be crucial because USA was at that time was investigation fraud related to the bank like Cosmos Bank. The investigator have also doubted the involvement of North Korean Recognition General Bureau, a secret agency in this bank. The agency was the prime suspect in the cybercrime in India and other countries as well. In 2017, they were found in WannaCry 210 global ransomware attack. In 2016, near 8 crore dollars were withdrawn from Bangladesh Bank. The United Nations Information Agency has caught one of the members of this organization. The person was Galib Al Omari. He has the citizenship of USA as well as Canada. He used to do a money laundering and converting black money into white for North Korean cyber criminal. Ghalib al-Omari had also confessed his crime in money laundering case and the American court sentenced him for 11 and a half years of imprisonment. Ghalib al-Omari has misappropriated money using cryptocurrency. As per the document, the American court, Ghalib al-Omari had attacked Pakistan, India, and Malta. People who were arrested were not involved in the cyber attack. They had just withdrawn the amount which they were told them to withdraw, and they were unaware about the whole scope of the fraud on the said day. The thousands of people were involved to withdraw the amount in different 32 countries. The joint effort of the Pune Police, Ministry of External Affairs, and Cosmos Bank needed to be appreciated, due to which 5.72 crores were recovered. Authorities of the Hong Kong had frozen 10 crores. The court of Hong Kong asked to return this amount to the Cosmos Bank. Rupees 5.72 crores was the first installment of this amount. The question is, how did Sumer Yusuf Sheikh get the detail of the cards to be cloned? Who was the prime suspect of this case? To understand modus operandi of this crime, we should know how the banking system works. The debit card provider is linked with the switch server and it is connected to the core banking system in which the credentials are stored. This system is used for maintaining in the account withdrawal limit per day. Transaction criteria are controlled. Central banking system, that is CBS, help in daily banking transaction and updating other record. Once the transaction is approved by CBS, the switch of the bank shares the approval with the ATM. Then the person withdrawing from the ATM gets its cash. In this case, the hacker were able to enter the chain by which they were able to hack the banking system and inserted a malware in the switch of the bank, and the CBS system was set aside and there was no approval needed of the CBS to withdraw the amount. There was no need of the approval of the CBS system and the hacker gave the approval to the ATM to withdraw the money, and due to this malware the transaction was not seen. The CBS and random balance was seen by the different consumer of the bank, and this is the reason the consumer approached the bank for the amount seen on the ATM screen. This is the case of India's biggest heist, that is Cosmos Cooperative Bank Heist 2018. Now what is the conclusion that we got from this case study? In the India's biggest Cosmos Cooperative Bank Heist in the today world, we are marching towards the digitalization. Along with it, there are also increasing threat by the Cosmos Cooperative Bank fraud. We should understand that to implement digitalization, we should improve the safety of the system, and for the cybercrime, we don't need a passport or visa as per other traditional crime. Criminal sitting in some other country can also attack by the use of internet and other online method by catching such criminal, and catching such criminals is a difficult task, and sometimes such criminals are not caught in such types of cyber attack. And at last, to catch such cyber criminal, it is the need of legal agencies of different countries to work together and to prevent cyber crime. Thank you. This was the case study of Cosmos Cooperative Bank Heist and information related to cyber crime. Thank you. We'll meet again.